first thing I wanted to show you is that you can always inspect what's going on by opening up an inspector, which is part of Chrome. You can't see what I'm doing because I just did this off screen. So you can't see this part of the recording. I'm trying to, wow. Am I going to have to do this all over again? Hold on a second. Wow, okay. So this doesn't need to be this big. It's just responding very slowly. So that's the first problem, is that this website has way too many ads, and they're constantly hitting different servers, and it's just bogging down. The interface is horrible. Whoever wrote the code, whoever wrote this code doesn't know what they're doing. So that's the main problem. So you can see I already entered in a gift card number. The first time I tried it, it didn't work. Just like you said, it said it was invalid. Then I copied it by doing this. Well, no. So I'm about to try this one here. And if it doesn't work, what I did with the other one is I copied it or cut this, deleted everything from here, and then pasted it back in. But let's see what happens. So I'm at the console now. This console will tell you if there's any errors. So I'm about to apply this. So there it is. Promotional card coupon code is invalid. There's no errors here. You can go to the network and see what the network says about it. Typically, there's going to be a, let's try it again. Here, let's see this. Close all this stuff and then try this apply again. Oh, the card has zero balance. So now it says the card has zero balance. Maybe you just used it. But the first time it said it was invalid. Let's try one more time. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Cut this. I'll just apply just to blank everything out. Now I'll paste it back in. Let me get rid of all this stuff and apply it again. I could probably say okay, it says it's invalid, but I'm guessing if I do it again, it says it has zero. Totally inconsistent. It's pretty much a joke. Obviously, it's invalid for a reason, and if you keep doing this, it's going to tell you it has zero on it. Yeah. So there's something on the back end that's not working well, probably because somebody on the front end, meaning the user interface person, doesn't know how to pass the right information. This user interface is just a mess. My guess is that the people who wrote all the software on the back end, the actual software that processes everything, that hits the database and then charges your card, I'm guessing that whoever's involved with that is either not talking to the people in the user interface area of development, or it's the same person. And if it's the same person, they probably are just overwhelmed. But anyway, you just got a mess on your hands. I mean, in this case, it looks like this card is empty. I guess that it is. But, I tried it with this card. Let's go ahead and try this again. Let's try this one again. So I'm going to copy this card. I'm going to blank it out. Okay, so now that's gone. Let's blank this out. Then I'm going to apply something that obviously doesn't exist. Then I'm going to blank this out again. And we're going to see what the call looks like when we send this to the server. I'll blank all these things out. We're going to look at the information over here. See, it says it's invalid. See, that's what you've been seeing. We already know that it's not invalid. Let's see. Trigger. Header, payload, preview response. Trigger. Okay, so it's a Facebook. Wow, it's a long, this is just bad. You don't do things like this. Yeah, this is how they order things with all this information. This thing can get too long. That's what I'm guessing. You can't add this much information on a URL and just assume that this you can grow it as long as you want. So that's the first thing I'm noticing. It looks really stupid to add all that in there. Typically a URL is shorter like this. But this URL, the trigger URL, come on. That's a joke. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. So I think this is the problem, is that they're adding all this information in the URL. And it just fucks up. So let me try it again, see what happens next time. Try it one more time. It's probably going to be the same URL, and let's see if it works this time. It says it's invalid again. Let's try it one more time. Is it returning? So we'll do this again. This is funny, it's not giving us any information. It just says it's invalid. Okay, one more time, here we go. Let's see what the URL looks like this time. It worked that time. The URL is still long. Maybe it's not quite as long as the one before, or some information in here is just incorrect because it's way too complicated, whoever's doing this. All this stuff is crazy. Somebody's just overwhelmed because it's too much to handle all this stuff. Whoever's coding all that, it's just badly done. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Yeah, it's a mess. And I think the more numbers you add here, that's the other thing. The more numbers you add here, the longer this is going to get. The longer this is going to get. If you keep adding numbers, that's the other thing. And eventually it's just not going to work. I think that's what's going on.